Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this evening, so let's begin. First up, New Hampshire takes part in annual Drug Take-Back Day. Saturday marks the first time officers collected vaping devices as well. Police departments across New Hampshire took part in the 18th annual Drug Take-Back Day on Saturday. The Drug Take-Back Day program is a national initiative to safely dispose of unwanted prescription drugs. Officers accepted prescription drugs with no questions asked. Saturday also marked the first time drug agents were accepting vaping devices as well. Officers said Drug Take-Back Day is an important part of the fight against the opiate epidemic. They end up at teenager parties. They end up in the hands of other adults that use them to sell them or to use them, said Nashua Police Lieutenant. This gives them an opportunity to drop these off. They get burned, they don't get used or misused by anybody else. Contact your police department to learn where you can safely dispose of drugs. Prominent Manchester businessman Elias Skip Ashew dies. Ashew is best known for his work on creation of what is now SNHU Arena. Manchester Developer Corporation board member and prominent Queen City businessman Elias Ashew died from a stroke at the age of 68 on Thursday. Ashew, who went by the nickname Skip, is well known for his work in Manchester over the years, including the creation of the Manchester Civic Centre, which was renamed as SNHU Arena. In 2000, Ashew was named Manchester's Citizen of the Year. He leaves behind his wife of 30 years, Gail Fisher. Private funeral services will be held at Lombardy Funeral Home and Cemetery in Manchester. The public will be welcome to attend a celebration of life, the details of which has not been yet announced. And our thoughts and prayers go to his wife and family. Woman arrested after crash on Mammoth Road. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
When family and friends come together on a beautiful day, what better place to be than in your own backyard? Techo Block hardscape materials will turn your dreams into reality. Create your backyard oasis with quality Techo Block materials from Powell Stone and Gravel.
Guys, I've been here all day. Can you finish up? We close at 5 o'clock. Your patio's coming next week.
You'll close when I tell you to close. Got it?
New from overnight, Pelham police are investigating a crash. This happened just before 12:30 this morning on Mammoth Road. Police say it appears a car driven by 55-year-old Angela LaValle crossed the center line, striking another vehicle. Both drivers were sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. LaValle was arrested on a charge of driving while intoxicated and criminal mischief.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. White House begins to assemble a war room as impeachment inquiry heats up. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
President Trump lashing out at the probe, saying he's handling it all on his own. ABC's David Wright is at the White House with that part of the story for us. David, good morning.
Good morning. The president continues to insist he has nothing to fear from the impeachment process, but ABC News has learned there is a new effort to add a more robust team to the White House response team. On Friday, as two of Trump's predecessors celebrated the life of Congressman Elijah Cummings, the president offered some sympathetic words himself, but inevitably brought the focus back to himself. President Trump did not attend the funeral for the legendary Baltimore Democrat. Instead, as he left the White House to give a speech at an historically black college in South Carolina, Trump cast himself as a lonely figure, battling impeachment alone.
I don't have teams. Everyone's talking about teams. I'm the team. I did nothing wrong.
Meanwhile, in Baltimore, two former presidents celebrated the late civil rights leader.
I love this man. I love his booming voice, but we should hear him now in the quiet times at night and in the morning when we need courage.
Both Clinton and Obama pointedly held Cummings up as an honorable man and an example of public service at its best.
There's nothing weak about being honorable. You're not a sucker to have integrity and to treat others with respect.
In South Carolina, President Trump offered kind words of his own, despite having clashed repeatedly with Cummings, recently calling his district a disgusting, rat and rodent-infested mess.
Not long ago, I met with Elijah in the Oval Office, and I saw the passion he had with me for lowering prescription drug prices. He had a very strong passion for that.
Toward the end of his remarks at Benedict College, Trump compared the threat of impeachment with America's broken criminal justice system, where African Americans are 5 times more likely than whites to be incarcerated.
We'll never let up on our efforts to ensure that our justice system is fair for every single American. And I have my own experience. You know that. You see what's going on with the witch hunt.
And President Trump sounding off about a variety of topics, including the Justice Department, David, now scrutinizing the government's Russia probe.
That's right, Whit. The president was asked about that yesterday at his departure, and he's also been tweeting about it this morning. Yesterday, he said that all he knows is what he reads in the paper. He says he's leaving it all to the Attorney General, but he did add this. He said, I will tell you this, you're going to see a lot of really bad things. Whit?
Investigate the investigators, as the president said. David Wright at the White House, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, and bye, everyone.